I'm going to use a 19mm socket, take the lug nuts off. And remove the wheel. When you're trying to take off the lower nut for the sway bar link, if you want, you can try to just use a wrench and just get in there and take that nut off. It is a little bit tight. It's going to be significantly easier if you take this lower shock bracket off. So we're going to do that. We're going to take that off. But you can take that nut off. Just you're going to have to work a little bit just to do that. I'm going to use a 17mm wrench on the nut side and a 17mm socket on the bolt side. Take this nut and bolt out. That's separated right there. You could slide that out of the way. Then you can access that nut. I'm going to start with taking off the first nut in the back. I'm going to use a wrench to start. Use a 14mm wrench. Loosen this up. Now the stud is spinning, so to prevent that from spinning, I'm going to use a 5mm hex key. And you can go in the center there. If there's dirt in there, you want to use a pick or something to remove the dirt. Now that's going to hold the stud from spinning. And once it gets close, you can take the tools off and just unscrew the nut. There's the nut. Let's slide this out. And now take the bottom one off. I'm going to use a 14mm socket. Just loosen this up first. Now that stud's spinning, but I'm going to use some locking pliers on the back just to prevent it from spinning. And it slides right out. Take the new link, line it up down below. You can line it up top and slide that like that. Take the nuts, get the nuts started. Now we're going to take an 18mm socket and a 5mm hex key to hold the stud, and we'll tighten this down. With that nut tightened down, then I can torque it to 22 foot-pounds. Then you can do the same on the top one. We'll tighten that down and then torque it. If you can fit the torque wrench in there, torque that to 22 foot-pounds. If not, do the best you can. Just to get this lined up, you might need a pick or a screwdriver. Just get that lined up. And just take the bolt and get that lined up. Pry it down a little bit if you have to. And with that bolt started, just tap it in. And put the nut on. And snug those down. Then we can torque those down to 47 foot-pounds. And put the wheel on. And the lug nuts. Get those started. Now I'm going to torque the lug nuts to 80 foot-pounds in a cross pattern to tighten the wheel down evenly. And just go around again, double check.